Welcome to Dan and Lad Talks Blues, a dedicated podcast where a father and son discusses all the joys and sorrows of supporting Birmingham City Football Club. Dad, how are you? You right?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. Pre-season, missing the football.
Yeah. This has got the ladies to watch, so they're doing all right, aren't they?
Yeah, very, very true. Well, at the time of recording, England the other night beat Sweden on penalties. Arguably, probably the worst penalty shootout I've ever seen in my life.
It was exciting though, you have to say.
Yeah, no, it was, and we'll march on to the semi-finals. I believe we got Italy next, haven't we? So
Italy next, yeah, that's right. And
that'll
then
be interesting. Spain,
the other
France,
some
Spain, Germany.
no, Germ yeah, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, yeah. So I thought we'll kick off really. I mean, just so everyone's kind of aware, this podcast is just a collection of a father and son sharing stories, discussing the current scenarios of Birmingham City Football Club, and we'll love to hear everyone's thoughts and, as the season progresses. But, being the first episode, we thought we would, maybe share a little bit more about kind of our experiences of supporting Birmingham City. Um, mainly negative, I would thought.
Well,
Um,
yeah,
so,
yeah.
Dad, I've got a few questions I thought we would kind of maybe talk on and, see where it goes. So, what was your first game live that you remember?
My first game was in 1974, um, just going into winter, so I think November-ish, and it was against Man City at St Andrews. I know there's around 35,000 there, and we won 4-0. I thought, "Yes, this is gonna be great."
This is what it's like to support Believe.
Ah,
Uh, False sense of security there, definitely. Well, not a bad first game.
yeah, very good, yeah. 3-0 up at half time as well.
That's all right. That's all right. I remember the other day we were talking because I'm sure everyone else can relate to this. No matter who you support or what stadium you go to, but when you first kind of go onto the terracing and you see the pitch and you see the sprinklers on and that that's a buzz, isn't it?
Well, it's interesting because, of course, it's 74, I don't really remember sprinklers. I think
Well,
people were walking around with watering cans, but I may be wrong. But you're right, the pitch was it's interesting. So the older blues fans, listening to this will know what I'm talking about. The younger fans won't, but if I can describe it, I was in the, main stand, and the lower section of the main stand was called the paddocks, and if you know where the boxes are in sort of that go across the middle of the main stand, they weren't there then. The seats in the paddocks went sort of further up underneath the overhang of the top tier of the main stand. So I was, 2/3 of the way up, um, and of course, in those days, the crowd, the crowd didn't, but the, players did come out the, central tunnel. So I was right on the end of the row, sort of looking down where the players came out of the tunnel. But when you walked in through the sort of, between the Tilton and the end of the main stand. That first kind of that first look of the pitch and how green it was just really got me. And even now, when we went to St Andrews a couple of times last season, didn't we, mate? And even now, when I walk in, wherever we're sat and I see the pitch, it just brings an excitement. I love it. That special kind of first millisecond never goes away.
absolutely, absolutely, and yeah, no, very, very much for myself, really. I'm sure everyone can always remember the first feeling, and yeah, like you said, it does tend to carry on. So obviously, Dad, you supported Blues. What
Yeah.
7 years?
Well, I'm 63 now, and I guess I was about 10 when I really, sort of decided to follow blues. So 53 years, yeah.
Yeah, amazing. And, yeah, like you said, started on a 4-0 win and, went upwards?
And yeah, when upwards, obviously all those championships and cups and everything. Yeah, it's terrific. It's been a fantastic time to support blues. Um, s- Stability, no issue. St Answers, brilliant player.
Owners, trophies galore, yeah. Mm.
Honestly,
Never
yeah.
never got out on the weekend, always full of
The,
happiness and joy and
do you know what? I know we're sort of joking, but actually wouldn't change it for the world. Because actually, and I was talking about this to somebody a few weeks back. This whole thing about the song's apt, isn't it? Joys and sorrows. There'll be joys and sorrows too. It's just we didn't realise that actually the club seemed to kind of gravitate more to the latter of that partnership. Um, but do you know what? It makes the good times even better. And at some point, I'm sure we'll talk about the Carling Cup final. Perhaps not today, but um, you know, it's those special moments, the promotions, the brilliant wins over teams above you. That it makes them more special. And I say this a little bit tongue in cheek. It's easy to support the Liverpools and Arsenals and Man Uniteds and Man Cities. Actually, I think there's something about, and I won't name any teams, but because I don't want to upset anyone. But the teams who've experienced similar things to us and maybe similar standing to us, over the years, the supporters of those teams will relate to this. It's not about the championships and stuff. It's about the love for the club, actually.
definitely, definitely. And you know what, and I think that's I sort of like kind of reflected in my choice to follow the blues as daft as it was. Um,
Well, that's a funny story, isn't it? Do you wanna tell people how that came about?
well, yeah, no, absolutely. I think what you touched on about, the love of the sport and, the fellowship and the relationships you have with people along the way. And,
Yeah,
I'm sure there are people out there who, hold special memories with family members going, to blues and, other
def
teams. Yeah, no, so I mean, I guess I came to you when I was probably about 6 or probably about 5 or 6.
yeah, 6, 7, something like that. Yeah.
And, yeah, I remember
We were at the dinner table, actually. I remember really clearly.
yeah, and, I said to dad, I said, "Dad, I wanna support the proper blues," because back then, a lot of people in my school class supported Chelsea's and, all the top 6 sides. So I said to dad, "I wanna support proper blues." And, dad, what was your response?
Welcome to disappointment.
And, you weren't wrong. Um, oh my days. So, yeah, I mean, and then, kinda going on to my first game, we went to, a couple of friendlies here and there. Um, I recall going to we live in Devon, so, recall going to, Exeter Blues, pre-season game, which I think must have come about due to the, link in the Flybe sponsorships. I think we were both sponsored by Flybe at
Yeah,
that point.
I think you're right. Yeah, I think you're right.
And, and then the following season, we were traveling up to go see my nan, my dad's mom, and, oh, yeah, again, this is a really vivid memory. We were talking about this the other day, but, I remember sitting in the front seat and you said, "Oh, check the glove box," and there was a letter in there addressed to you, and you said, "Oh, you can open it if you want." And I was thinking, "Why do you want me to open it?" And, yeah, there was 2 tickets to Birmingham City versus Blackburn, and,
League as well.
Premier League, yeah, and likewise, we sat in the main stand right in the corner to where the new tunnel, well, where the current tunnel
Yeah,
is,
that's right. Hmm.
and, you know, witnessed, Emil Heskey winning the game, and obviously Robbie Blake scored as well, and yeah, we finished 2-1, and yeah, I just remember. I mean, there's specific moments in that game I remember when, the likes of Pandiani when he smashed a half volley into the inside of the post in front of the Tilton. Because for some reason we were kicking off towards the Tilton first, which obviously is a bit unusual, but uh, I just remember that thwack, that sound. Um,
It's funny because when we were talking about this, I couldn't remember that at all. I also remember Robbie Blake, and I remember the crowd because it was just after Savage leaving us, and everybody was chanting, "There's only one Robbie," because Robbie Blake had scored the equaliser. But I don't remember Pandiani hitting the post, but it's funny that you do. It's weird, isn't it, how you kind of have these memories. I remember it being a good atmosphere. The game wasn't great, I don't think, but yeah, it's your memory. Carry on.
I mean, and the good memories didn't really stop after at full time because we left the main stand and
Hang on,
we
can we go let's go back a bit, because when after you realized you were going, you said to me in the car, "Can I go onto the pitch?" Didn't you? Do you remember saying this?
I don't actually know, but
You
this
did.
is
You said to me,
we oh, will I be able to go on to Ilzaria? Growing up as a good Zulu warrior, running on the pitch, and
"Yeah, can I go on the pitch, Dad?" And I went, "Absolutely not."
of course, you can. There's a brown and mild while you're out.
Absolutely, yeah. Do you want a fag? I don't smoke, by the way. And yeah, no, yeah, that's and I was like, why'd you ask that? There's like
Yeah.
no way of that happening. Anyway, go on, carry on.
Anyway, you chucked me over the advertisement board. No,
Yeah.
no, it was yeah, the end of the match, and yeah, obviously we took the pictures and we left the ground, and Dad, you had the idea of knocking on the door just to see if maybe asking a cheeky question whether we can get a picture by the pitch, and
So this is the old entrance where the old entrance into the ground used to be at the back of the main stand. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, and yeah, the lady there, the steward there, was very kind to let us through, and we did stand on the edge of the pitch, and sat in Brucey's seat as well, and
Yeah, I've got a
yeah,
photo of you there, yeah.
yeah, yeah. Maybe we'll put that on so you can see that, but and then yeah, also bumping into David Gold as well.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he'd just come walk round from the cop, hadn't he? And,
So
we sort of chatted with him, and I was go on, carry on, sorry.
yeah, no, I was just about to say, if we thought he was a snake oilsman, we got Wagner, haven't we?
Hey, now.
Asset asset stripping, and that residential area, which I'm quite looking forward to. I've actually got a deposit down on your flat's there, so
Yeah, yeah, we're gonna
yeah.
it's not gonna be built, don't you?
Well, no, the residential will be.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Tony from Bromsgrove said it was, so
Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
I've taken his word on it.
Tony from Sutton, and I mean Sutton near London, obviously.
Yeah, no. Well, some of them live close, to be fair, Gloucester area.
On blue, let's stay on blues, mate.
So, yeah, I mean, that was my first game, and, it's really vivid, and, since then, and, what, I'm 28 years old now, and, we've been going to matches as soon as much as we could. Um, Obviously, like you touched on the Carling Cup final, we managed to get tickets to go there, and, more recently, I went to the Virtue Cup final as well. 'Cause obviously you were fortunate enough to go to the Leyland Daff game.
I was, yeah, yeah. Didn't get to the auto windscreen, but I went to the Leyland Duff, yeah.
Yeah. So, like every single other fan, you have those precious memories, and when you have a chance to recreate them, it's you always try and jump at that opportunity. So,
Definitely.
yeah. So I think kind of, yeah, moving forward, looking forward at this season, what do you reckon, Dad? Off the back of a world record season, within a domestic league, 111 points. I mean, to be fair, we didn't really look like we got out of second gear that often.
No.
Which think this season?
Oh, this season? Well, can I just touch on last season first?
Yeah.
Um, because putting aside all the kind of flack we got about spending 400 million pound on one player, um, you know, actually, you've got to give. I don't know. You were joking about what you said with Wagner, just in case anybody was worried. Um, you know, the club, the club's owners obviously recognised that there were some things they perhaps could have done a bit better last season about managing personnel. We'll sort of gloss over that for now, but but obviously getting Chris Davis in, um, I remember that interview with him on his first day where he's walking around the club and all the the facilities and talking to different people. And I remember thinking, I don't know about you, Jordan, but I remember thinking, we got a good one here. There was something about him that really convinced me that we got the right person. So that was the first thing. And the second thing is clearly when we got relegated, we had issues as far as the first team were concerned. So we needed to effectively build a new squad. Not just a new side, a new squad. And the money was put in, and I know we've had all that flack, as I said a few minutes ago, about spending what we did, but that's not our fault. We got the money. You know, the other teams in the league, if they got it, I'm sure they would have spent it as well. So that's the way it goes. But buying players in doesn't guarantee success. And there's, lots of teams that will testify to that. I can think Chelsea, for instance, bought loads of players in, and okay, yes, they have won the Premier League and had European success, but it wasn't sustained. And you could, it's you've got to build from the ground up, and that's what we've done. And and we were told we were in for a shock, and still waiting for it actually. Perhaps it'll be this season, but I think for me, it wasn't just about the 111 points, and it wasn't just about the fact that we only lost 3 games, and it wasn't just about the fact that, all our statistics everywhere were the were virtually the best in the league. May have been 1 or 2 that weren't. It was the fact that the owners with, Davis and his team have built a squad that work together, fight for each other, play for each other. So we're taking that into the new season with the new players, which I know we're going to come and talk about. So I'm really excited about that because I think we've created this platform, um, and I think we're going to do okay this season. I, I, I I'm not necessarily thinking we'll win the league, but I think we'll be. I'm edging my kind of bets in the sense I think I'll be disappointed if we're not in the playoffs with the squad that we've built. So
Definitely.
long answer to a short question, but I wanted to say all that because I think for me that's all part of where we are going into this season. That that story from the I'm sorry about the background noise. I was just motorbike get past. Um, the it was a bit of a debacle with Rooney. There's no doubt about it, and we never really recovered from that last season. Sorry, season before, and but since then, certainly on the team side of things, it's everything's been done right.
Definitely. And I think, you know, I'm probably gonna be the black sheep in this, in the minority. When the club announced Chris Davies, I was, quite nervous about that. Huge,
And that, no, I can understand.
but when I heard that the club, filtered through hundreds of CVs, spoke with hundreds, interviewed 40,
Mm.
um, I just knew, that it was gonna be a good decision, and, even listening to Chris Davis and in the preseason interviews, and, you know, it's like he's talking about league games. He's so focused, and the professionalism of his staff and the club, and just everything seems to be working in the right way. And you know, I think we're every right this season to be disappointed if we don't get the playoffs. I think naturally, we had a great season. Some of the players we're signing, um, the caliber of the links that we're getting, even if they don't necessarily come about. There's talks of Blues getting in the room with some top Champions League talent. Okay, not getting them yet, but maybe not this year or next season. But the fact we're getting in the room with these sort of players kind of indicates the sort of gravitas that the club has, and it definitely is an exciting time. Um, Kind of just as of today, the 20th. It's been quite a few ins. Obviously, we had that good week, 6 and 6.
Yeah, it was amazing, wasn't it?
So obviously we had the likes of Kyogo, Kenya, Damari Gray, Bright, Samuel, Beadle, Doyle, and obviously
We all
Neumann. We
it's already
complete,
we'd already agreed Neumann to come.
yeah, Neumann in January, and he
Yeah.
came, started in July, and obviously Longjello. Um, where did he go again?
Do you know what? I can't remember, mate. Um, I'll look it up. Oh,
Scottish side, isn't it, somewhere? And then obviously Donovan's left. Brandon Keeler's gone. More recently, Bradley Peacock Farrell's gone to Blackpool on loan, which I think is good, because we have some interesting conversations about him. For me, I prefer him not in our squad. I guess he did make some fundamental issues, and mistakes at the beginning of the season. One quite vivid was the Peterborough game, which we were at,
yeah.
um, and I think because naturally the squad was aiming quite high and the expectations were high. I think it maybe it clouded him. We don't know kind of what's going off the pitch. So hopefully this season he kind of has some time to get some minutes, and hopefully build a confidence, really, because when he was good, he was good. Newcastle FA Cup match. The Let's be honest, it's inconclusive whether the ball didn't cross the line. I don't think it did,
No.
but we won't be able to say for sure. But by the reaction of all the players, what?
Even the Newcastle players.
Yeah, and so that'll be interesting to see how it develops.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
it seems like there's been also. Do you want to touch on? Did you want to?
I just wanted to, because we have a slightly different opinion about him. He's definitely a good keeper. Um, but I mean, we talk about this, all football fans will recognise this. Some players just are confidence players, and when their confidence is low, it affects their performance. And I think, unfortunately, I'm not having to go at fans because everybody's got a right to express their opinion, I guess. Um, I think he got unfair stick very early on, and I think that affected his performance. I wonder how many of us in a work situation, if you had somebody following you around saying, "Oh, you put your coffee cup down wrong," or you didn't photocopy that properly. It's not quite straight. How,
Hopefully, though, to be fair.
yeah. Well, now, don't be naughty. Um, um, and I genuinely think he's a decent keeper, and I agree with what you said a few minutes ago, Jordan. I think him going away to, it's Blackpool, isn't it, he's gone to? mm, you know,
Under booth, organised.
be looked after. Yeah, and actually, we um, they looked a much better organised side, as you've just said, and towards the end of the season, and the season probably run out just at the wrong time for them. I think they were just starting to improve. So yeah, I think he'll do all right for them, and I hope he can sort of renew things. Um,
Yeah,
I
and I
I
think
think
the club obviously sees something in him to only
yeah,
put him out on
not
loan.
necessarily.
So, so it's because he's still young as well. To be fair, he's not. He's
Yeah, yeah, that's right. Longfellow has gone to Scotland. Motherwell he's gone to.
yeah, she's all right, thanks.
Yay! You did that when I texted you to say that he'd gone there.
I know. I got in it. I fell for it.
I didn't laugh then either.
No, no, which is probably be a general trend. Um,
Um,
so yeah, so obviously, we've had, we're still in the midst of kind of the transfer season. There's quite a few players that I think have been told that they're on the way out. Sanderson, which I think is one that we're probably not surprised by that whatsoever. You got the likes of I've heard Samstead is probably on the way out. He's been told he can leave. Hanson as well.
with these things though, it's never, you can never be 100% sure whether these things are definite. And it's an opportunity to say, we were talking about the way the owners have been in place a couple of years now, about the way they do business. I really like the way they do business. They very little comes from the club.
Yeah,
Um, I know actually a lot of the rumors have been correct this year, but last year we had no clue about Paik and or as when I'm saying last year, previously I'm talking about, there are signings we knew very little about and were a surprise. And okay, most of these rumors that we've had, you know, we kind of had inklings that the players that were signed were coming. But even so, the club have not said anything until they've been signed. And I really like that. I think that's the right way to do business. Let the let the rumor mill do what it wants. Um, but I think, actually when players sign, then great. And the same with players going. I don't think it's respectful for clubs to say that the player can go unless it's been a pre-agreed thing with the player to do that, and maybe
what? Neither of those players went on pre-season, by the way.
that's right. I'm not disputing the accuracy of your comment, Jordan. I'm just making a general point. Um, I think um, I think Sanderson struggled. I think he's probably another confidence player. He struggled, but when you look at our back 4-5 now, you can't see how he gets in
No.
before those players. With the greatest respect to him, Hansen, yeah, I'd be a bit disappointed to see Hansen go. I personally quite like him. He's certainly be a good, sort of utility player and a sort of player to depend on, if you like. But
Yeah.
yeah, we'll wait. We'll see. Maybe we can talk about that next time. We're on 29 minutes, mate. We've been talking for half an hour. I think maybe we should let's wrap it up in a minute. Um, People have got things to do, and listening to us for half an hour, and then maybe we can plan. Actually, so we've done this as a just as a voice recording this time because it's our first one, and we just wanted to sort of break ourselves into it. But I think the plan is to actually do a proper vlog, isn't it, Jordan?
Yep. No, that's the plan. So, yeah, I would say, watch this space, but listen out for this space and, until you can
It's
see it.
here,
So, but yeah, no, it's been a pleasure. I'm Lad, he's
and
Dot,
I'm Dad. Yeah.
and, we'll catch you on the next one. Like always, don't forget to, give us a like, subscribe, and, if you've got any other questions or any thoughts on any of the topics that we've spoken about, yeah, feel free to leave comments or, any topics that you want us to cover. But, yeah, next pod, I think we're gonna be looking at our first home game and kind of the possibility of how that might look like, maybe some early predictions of where we might finish in the league and things like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
So,
And we might have a better idea of any future, signings or outgoings by then, mightn't we, as well?
hopefully, it's been
Mm.
it's been too long.
Yeah, I've signed Emily for ages. Rubbish, isn't it?
No,
But, mate,
you were on from me,
and me.
and ta